Good morning. Welcome to the Dawn Patrol. I'm Bob Hoey, the host today. I thought Tom Bomil was the host today, but when I walked in, he says, you're the host today. We got Atty, Santos, Cassella, Rodney Elliott coming on the show later on. Last night at the Monday Night Dinner Club, we went to Good Times. I didn't even have to look at the menu. We went in and not right away, maybe 20 minutes into it, and I called Ned Tarmey. And I put him on speakerphone so all the girls and John and everybody could say hi. His legs are still bothering him, that's where he has to rehabilitate. It's his legs. That's his big issue. He was kind of hoarse on the phone, but he always sounds like that.
Yeah, when I talked to him about a week and a half ago, it sounds like has something to his voice.
Yeah,
so.
But I know his wheels, what he calls it. He said, my wheels are hurting, his legs. And I know my legs, if I don't stretch and I don't get up, my legs are starting to get old too, And I'm only 70. Ned's 80, helped me out 6, I think.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know he's in good shape, good spirits. He just needs a little bit more time on his wheels. So Ned, if you're out there watching, as you know, we love you, buddy. And can't wait till you get back. But today ought to be a great show.
Yeah, we have some great guests.
Yeah. And
Rodney Elliott, the Registrar of Deeds, and his assistant, And you mentioned Good Times. In the turkey dinner, they still had when I go in, I always get the chicken croquettes. They still have
those too.
Yeah.
Their food's good.
I've never had a bad meal there.
Yeah.
So
we love that place, Sometimes I think they made a rule one time. He made a rule that we can't pick it because I'd pick it every time. You know what I mean? It's local. It's close to me, and I just like the place. But
you guys ever go to Grassfields in Andover?
Yes.
We love it there. Me and my wife went there last week. It was very good.
Tell me, there's not too many bad restaurants.
Right.
I just seen on Facebook in Hampton there. What's her name? The lady that does breakfast, John. Uda. Yeah, she was on Facebook.
She's back.
Yeah, everybody has a good time when she's on the grill.
She's funny.
Yeah, she is. But what I want to talk about mostly is, I think with Rodney, I want to ask him about some taxes. Tax this and tax that. We're going to pay more taxes. There's no doubt about it. Our property taxes probably. I'm predicting we're going to have another 5% raise in our taxes after listening to everything that's going on in Lowell.
Right.
Just the way it is, But what I do love, I'm actually excited. Obviously, McFadden, the last name McFadden, Tom.
Danielle.
Yeah, well, that name alone, McFadden, it's probably not related to the McFaddens I know. But right away, I just said, I got to run for school committee again. And my wife says, no, you don't. You don't need that. I says, I have to one more time. One more time, I have to. John says you need young people. We don't need old people. Well, I'm going to tell you something. The school department in this city, the school system, needs everybody. And Liam Skinner just knocked me out cold the way he talked at the last city council meeting. And who backed him up as soon as he was done? My man.
The mayor.
Think about my man. When I say my man, who do you
Eric.
Eric Gitcher was the next person to speak.
Yeah.
Your man, right? Danny Rourke and my man, the mayor. Yeah. He didn't have to speak.
Right.
Don't forget who put Liam Skinner there.
Yeah.
So, Danny's in that conversation. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, right, absolutely.
But it was Liam Skinner. I was blown away. And Tom, it's funny. I talked about this yesterday, I think, with John McDonough and a few other people. I'd like to put it this way. Liam Skinner, Jake braked the city council. If you know what Jake break is. Yeah, he did. As soon as his speech was over, they all just said, we'll forget about this. Let's get together and go back to the drawing board. He was amazing. Liam Skinner. And I'm not going to waste it all right now. Today, it's a long campaign for me. You know that when you're running for the school committees at large, or whatever you want to call it, which I used to have to all the time anyways. Yeah. We had to run across the whole city. But I did win 4 times. I did win. And thank you for that. I don't know why you always elected me, and I think it was because I always said teachers were underpaid.
Yeah.
And I'm still not afraid to say that to this day. Good teachers, which is about 85% of them. 1,300 teachers, I would say 85% of them are awesome teachers, awesome. If your child is wants to get an education and he's brought up right, you can get it out of Low High, let me tell you. I got cousins banging out of that place and going up to UMass. What's that business school up there? It's Eisenberg School of Business. You know, they're graduating out of that place. I mean, do you know what happens? You get 6 figures right away.
Yeah, right.
Right away, 6 figures, you're coming out. So that's the top 1,500 students. If you want to work hard, you can get that. My granddaughter proved it to me. She works for the DOT, civil engineer. But all I can say to you is the other 1,500 that were just like myself, they're not doing well. They're not doing well.
Sure.
And the way they dress alone, just dress code. Brian Martin, I'll give him credit for that one. Tighten down a little bit. Tighten down on the dress code, just a little bit. You don't have to be like crazy over it. But tighten down on it a little bit. Hey, listen,
the way these kids dress.
Yeah. So, but my point is discipline. You know, everybody will say, "Oh, it's the number one issue." It really is the number one issue, and it's because kids can't read. It's a long story about discipline. But our biggest issue in the city, in my eyes, will definitely be special education. It's the biggest part of our budget. I don't think the high school is doing good when it comes to that issue. I think the rest of the city is doing really well. They do the best they can for all children. At the high school, I'm not happy at all. And I'll have many things to talk about in that department, special ed. And it's a biggest part of your budget. Don't forget that. And when do we ever see someone say, hey, can you tell me what everybody does in this budget here? And pinpoint what they do and who they're related to and, you know, who they listen to. Are they listening to the boss? Because that's all. The boss is in charge.